Hey everyone, welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Devette. I am a Christian numerologist and relationship coach. As a spiritual entrepreneur, I believe that we all have various gifts and talents and unique ways of doing things. And so I just want to spotlight some really amazing people and get their perspective and what they do and what they're excited about in life and how they serve the community. So I am completely stoked and excited to spotlight Shiba. Did I say your name right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Shiba today, she is an intuitive coach and healer. And you do a lot of things I was seeing. So I cannot wait to dive in and hear more about it. So yeah, if you want to tell us more about you and what you do and how that all works.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me on here. First of all, I'm excited. And yes, I'm an intuitive coach and healer. I help empaths, light workers, star seeds, highly sensitive people to really step into their power, their most authentic self, and really speak their truth, really allowing their most radiant self to shine through and really just standing in their power more and really breaking free from the old stories, telling themselves that they can't do a certain thing or that they can't be a certain way to have success, as well as really loving themselves deeper and having that confidence within themselves.
Mhm. Yeah, that's powerful. And, I'm hearing a lot of that lately of coaches helping people step into their power, which I find so interesting. I mean, it's like, are we really just not being our powerful selves? Like so many people are just so sheltered or coveted, and they're just not stepping into um, what's possible and who God created them to be.
Yes, absolutely. Like there is, we all are so powerful and each of us are so gifted with amazing gifts. We all have amazing gifts and we all are intuitive, but it's really tapping into that, but as well as really trusting ourselves and trusting our own inner guidance and trusting really our inner. And that's a lot of the times it's hard to trust that because we are conditioned to not trust ourselves and to not believe in what is coming up for us. There's a lot of programming, conditioning, limiting beliefs, old stories that go on with, oh, like that's not true. Like what I'm feeling is not true. And it's a lot of self doubt that comes up. And it's so important to really rediscover who you truly are. Who
Mhm.
are you really? And who is that? Like, who is that? There's so many layers, so many programs that tell us we have to be a certain way or to look a certain way. But if we
Yeah.
just let those layers completely peel off, it's
Mhm.
all just really our soul's essence. And
Mhm.
it's none of that I have to look this way or I have to be skinny. I have to look this way. It's all, there's so many stories that we tell ourselves, I'm not enough because I look a certain way. And
Yeah.
from my own perspective, like the reason, just even some of the stuff why I do what I do is because for a long time, I kept telling myself that I couldn't do certain things because of the way I looked.
Mhm.
And I kept telling myself these stories on repeat of why I can't have the success that I have. And really, they're not true. But you have to believe that it's not true, that what people have told you, what you have grown up around, that it's not true, and really releasing that.
Yeah, that's powerful. I mean, I mean, I feel like it's ego, right? It's this like mindset, and we're stuck on being right about it, and it's all made up. We're making it up. And so why not tell a story about ourselves that's empowering? And it's something we all struggle with, right? Like comparing ourselves to the people on TV, or, the people at school or at work, and um wanting to fit in when our beauty is really in not fitting in. It's in being different. It's in standing out. So I love that. What got you started in this? Like what had you like really dive in and take this as a mission for you?
How did it start? Oh, it's a big story, but I'll definitely keep it minimum as much as I can. So what started was I went through a lot of struggles in my personal life and my work life and even my health. I went through a health issue where there was no solution
Wow.
whatsoever.
Mhm.
And I had to have redos, like redos of surgeries done.
Oh, wow.
And it was a lot. It was a lot. It was stressful. On top of that, I had like three other jobs that I was doing, and then I was going through schooling as well. It was a lot, like getting my bachelor's degree in business. It was like so much all at once.
Yeah.
And on top of that, trying to be there for every single person in my life and really people pleasing, people pleasing, people pleasing, not being my authentic self, not speaking my truth, not speaking up for how I feel or how I don't want to do something when I don't feel like it. Just yes all day and like yes, yes. You would never hear a no out of my mouth during this stage of my life. I would never say no. Like it was no, the word no scared me. I was scared of
Mhm.
having conflict with people
Yeah.
and just so much. And as well as this health issue really came into my life, honestly, to open my eyes and open my eyes to my gifts. For a long time, I was avoiding my my spiritual gifts and how powerful I truly am. And it was when I started the healing journey for my ears, I became really looking for a solution. How can I heal my ears? That's what was happening. It was my
Mhm.
ears were having an issue, not hearing. It was something to do with the skin of the ear. It was completely
Oh,
missing.
oh, wow.
And
Okay.
yeah, and it disappeared. Like it was like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
I'm gone. Goodbye. And it just
It's
never
like, I'm
came.
out of here.
Yeah, like I'm out of here, like literally. And so I had to do redos of skin grafting and constantly, and to be told the surgery didn't work. And every time I would go in, I would have this anxious energy in my stomach. What is the doctor gonna say now? What is the doctor gonna say now? And I would dread, I would dread the visit every time. Oh, and I'm so thankful that really after really stepping into my authentic self and my power and not avoiding my healing, that I healed it. I healed myself.
Wow.
I called in a miracle, a manifestation, and it healed it healed
Wow.
miraculous. I can't even say the word,
Yeah.
but it just took a
Miraculously.
yeah, I'm like I can't say it. It took a miracle, like,
Wow.
and that's when I started my coaching journey. I found this wonderful lady. She was a self-love and confidence coach, but also she was a intuitive herself, and
Yeah.
she dealt with the healing stuff like that. And she really helped me to come back to my truth, and to
Okay.
take my power back, to take my voice back that has been silenced, that used to be so silenced for so long. And
Yeah.
she helped me so much. And I will never forget the day that she's like, Shiba, you are so powerful. You're a channel. You're a channel for source.
Oh,
And ever since then, I've been just really on the journey of helping myself to heal, but also helping others to really come back to their true essence, their true voice.
yeah. I love that. That's powerful. You owned it, right? She let you know how powerful you are, and instead of denying it, you took it and ran with it, and because of that, you're impacting other people. I love also when someone is up to something like really big in life, it's almost like like almost 100% of the time they've had some sort of like tragedy or hardship or just something major that they had to overcome that led them to this like, oh, thing in life of like, had I that not happened, I wouldn't have come here to now help other people. And I love those stories. I think they're so amazing and inspiring for other people that hit that brick wall and they're scared or they don't want to move past it without realizing they have the power within them. So I love how you stand in that. What has been a challenge and like a reward on this journey, that now that you've come to the other side and you get your power and you're working with people, what are you finding with that?
Like a challenge that I used to would face
Or
at
like
like
like on this journey now that you're working with people, right? So now you're owning your power and you're coaching people into their journey and their healing. And sometimes it's hard getting other people to see their power and what's possible. What's kind of a challenge in that for you, that is maybe difficult to get people to realize what's possible for them?
a challenge. I would say really, really going out of their comfort zone,
Okay. Hmm.
and really, really owning who they truly are can be really challenging. That's what I've noticed, really challenging. And really stepping into that version of themselves, because what happens is when you step into your most authentic self, you are setting those boundaries that you weren't setting the boundaries before. You're not people pleasing anymore, and you're really saying how you feel, and you're not running away from conflict anymore. You're speaking your truth, and know that if the people that really truly love you would understand what you're saying and would listen to your feelings and how
Hmm.
you feel, but also really, really staying true to themselves. Like, challenges is a lot of the times there is a rebirth that happens. So many rebirths,
Interesting. Yeah.
so many ego deaths. But the main challenge that I'm finding, that I have found for many of my clients, is that they lose a lot of people that they thought were very close to them, and it
Yeah.
doesn't resonate anymore. And so they feel alone in this journey, alone, and the people that were there at that time start to fall away. like naturally fall away. Like either they fall off or it doesn't feel good for them and they let them go. It's just there's a lot of awareness, relationships not feeling good anymore because, and it comes to the awareness part. They are really being more aware of this doesn't feel good to me, you know, like I
Yeah.
don't want to feel this way anymore. I was just doing it, right? To please so and so. And this comes from again like conditioning, like, oh, what if I don't please this person, they're not gonna like me, then I'm gonna be alone. And that if I'm alone, that means something. That means
Yeah.
that I'm not a good person or
Right.
I'm not enough. There's so much things that come up with that.
Yeah.
And it so
Yes.
these are some of the challenges that I see that come up. And
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
that totally makes sense. I can see that because change is hard. And I think the reason why, because for a lot of my life too, I've been a people pleaser. Like, I don't want to disappoint anybody. Even if I don't feel like doing something, I'll just say yes because I want to make them happy versus doing what makes me happy. And I do hear that from people that have change their way of being or the way of looking at things, that even the people around them change. They get new friends, people kind of fall off, which is interesting because that's, I think, what they're scared of. What we're scared of at the beginning is like, well, I don't want to lose these people because it's like safe, right? It's like a safe space. Like we know how to play this game. And
exactly.
so it changing, we don't know what that looks like, but having the courage, it's hard to do on your own, but having like a coach, someone like you to guide them through that is really helpful and inspiring because then they, you're kind of like their cheerleader fanning the flame that, you can do this and it's good on the other side. Like just, come
Yeah.
over here, come to this side. You're going to like it. It's fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that how that's a challenge and scary at the same time. But then that's where freedom is, right? You break three and then you're like, you're free, you're flying
Mm.
like a butterfly.
It's definitely change is scary. I absolutely agree with that. I mean, it's something that we don't know. It's something like you said, we don't know what that looks like, but it's so much, it's just so beautiful when you are on the other side of it and you are just like liberated and just living your true self, your true
Yeah.
authentic spirit, what your soul wants to do, and really just showing up as her, you know? Showing
Yeah.
up as her is just so beautiful and so
Yeah.
freeing.
And that's what the world needs. Like we need people to be who they are in their soul versus this false image of who they think they're supposed to be, because then that's not helping anybody, that's not doing anything for anybody. I was seeing also that you do light language and light codes. I've never heard of that. What is that?
Yes, so this is a frequency. It's a
Okay.
healing frequency that comes from source, kind of like the way I channel messages. It's kind of like that, except these are codes, and I do like codes from my hands. There are written codes as well. I don't do written codes, I do through hands, and as well as I speak light language. And this is coming directly from source, and these are healing frequencies that is for your DNA to really, in a sense, rewire your subconscious mind, but
Okay.
also change your DNA sequence in a sense.
Interesting.
It's very healing.
Yeah.
And it's not understandable to the mind itself, like our conscious mind it does not understand, but our subconscious mind understands, and it goes to the places where it needs to go, and it's very, it's like its own technology. It just goes where it needs to go. It's
Interesting.
kind of similar to Reiki, but
Okay.
different in a sense too.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's so interesting because I guess like our conscious mind can only process like 6 to 8 bits of information per second, and our subconscious can process from like 2 to 10 million bits of information per second. And so our conscious mind is trying to interpret things and it misses everything, and our subconscious is just like absorbing everything. And people don't realize how sensitive that we are. And you're hearing these ads on TV or this music or a couple arguing across the restaurant, and you don't realize that you're really absorbing that into, who you are. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's powerful. I mean, music itself is powerful too. I could even like tell a story of like, used to, I was a big fan of Billie Eilish's music,
Uh-huh.
and I loved her music so much. But the one thing as I was coming into the spiritual awakening, healing journey, I was realizing that I was truly depressed,
Mm,
and I was struggling with depression, and I could not get myself out of it because it was all I would listen to. Like all I would listen, I would not listen to any other vibrational music except hers. And
right.
I think she's a great artist, but the frequencies of the songs just would not put
Wow.
me at a high vibrational level.
Yeah.
It would bring me down, and I I like sometimes listen to her music, only barely, because I know that it still has an effect because music is powerful. It's the
Right.
frequency.
Hmm.
Frequencies are so powerful. And this is why and now I don't listen to certain songs and certain music. I really just listen to more of like the healing vibrational music or meditation kind of music, because it does affect us. Watching the
Yeah.
news affects
Mhm.
us. So much of that
Yeah.
affects us.
Yeah, that's so true. I know I love music, and it really depends the kind of mood I'm in. That like if I'm feeling like, lower, I'm vibing lower or whatever, I'll put on some like 70s music, some like Beatles or something, and I'm like dancing around at, old kind of classic rock type of stuff that feels good. um and dancing, body movement, I know that you're into body movement and stuff
Yeah.
too. That's so powerful. Yeah, so do you incorporate it all, or do you figure maybe what each person needs that's a little different, or do you have just like a set system with how you work with clients?
Yes. So each each of the way I work is it's very tailored to each client because each client has different needs. And also I work with spirit. So it's very spirit led,
Okay.
but it's really tailored to what they need, and they will get what they need, not what they want. If that,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
it's kind of like what the healing that they need, and for them to really get to that high potential, they will get the tailored kind of package. And I go through what is it that they currently need so that they can be on that path that they want to achieve.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's awesome. And I love how you say that you give them what they need, not what they want. People think they know what they want when really they're trying to fill a need without realizing exactly what that is. And so you can peel back the onion, right? Peel back the layers and get to the root of exactly what they're needing, which is so powerful. Because I think people are looking at so many different sources to try to heal what sometimes they don't really even, they're not clear what's broken or how to heal that. And so it's important to have somebody to work with that can see through the layers. They can listen to what's not being said. They can, understand somebody on a different level. That's really powerful. So do you just work with women, or do you work with men and women, or how does that work?
Currently, I work with women at the moment.
Okay.
I am just so passionate in seeing all the women rise, and
Yeah.
in the future, I want to help both men and women, but at the moment, just women right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even that in itself is so powerful. I mean, women don't really understand the gifts that we have just as being women, the intuition, the feminine side of us that is so powerful. And
Mm.
yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, we give life. I mean, we birth human beings, you know. So it's pretty amazing.
We are powerful, like, and that's the thing. Like, we women, I feel like we forget our power, we forget how powerful we are. And this is also like another reason why I do what I do, because coming back to that power, like realizing, oh my God, I'm powerful. Like, women are powerful. We are portals, like we are literal
Yeah.
portals,
Right.
but really seeing it that way, really
Yeah.
understanding and really coming back to that divine feminine essence in
Mm.
us, that
Yeah.
power within us.
I love that. So, what do you see as possible for humanity, for women out there once maybe more and more women are getting their power? What do you think? Like, what does the world look like?
Oh, when I just close my eyes,
Yeah.
it just looks so beautiful, and it looks like a world where, like, we are kind of like in tribes in a sense, but not in a tribe. Um, kind of, I'm like, it's hard to describe the picture that I'm seeing. Um, like really working together, like
Mhm.
with the divine masculine, the divine feminine, really having equality on our planet, and not just
Mhm.
like, oh, like, no, like this person needs to do this role, this person has to do this role, like just really working together, like
Yeah.
working together, and really understanding how powerful it is to work together and
Yeah.
not against each other. That's
Yeah.
what I feel, as the divine feminines are rising and more women are doing the work, our planets are definitely going to increase in vibration too. But I feel like consciousness rising.
Mhm. Yeah, that's powerful. I can kind of get that vision of what you're saying. It's almost like a unity, like a everybody kind of like vibing together and just being aware, right? Not separated of me against you, but it's like we're all, in this divine power together. And that's beautiful. So what's your ideal client?
My ideal client is someone that is ready to do the work, is ready to face their shadows, and really needing help with their energies. I work a lot with empaths, light workers, so I really help them to gain more groundedness in themselves, but also really taking care of their energies, because a lot of times empaths struggle with taking care of their energy because there's so much going on, and they don't have the awareness that the energies are affecting them. So my ideal client is a woman that's tired of living living the way she currently is, knowing that there's a better life out there for her, that she doesn't have to hide anymore, that she
Mhm.
doesn't have to hide her voice, her message, her authentic self, just to be liked. She can be who she wants to be but really believing that and really getting ready to get that help so she can rise into that most highest timeline for herself.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Um, so if anybody wants to get a hold of you, how do they find you?
They can find me on Snipe Feed on the link that I'll give you.
Okay.
Yes, and they can message me on Instagram if they want to get more info, or Facebook. I'm open to either. I'm on TikTok as well. But
Okay.
really, I have a healing consultation available on the link that I'll be giving to you.
Okay.
So they can join in on that if they are looking for a healing consultation.
Awesome. Okay. And I'll put all the links under this video once it gets uploaded, and make sure that anybody that wants to know more about you, how to get to the next level of their life, letting go of all the BS stories that they are telling themselves or the world is telling them, and finding really what the truth is. And the truth is that we are all a miracle, right? We're magnificent, we're beautiful, and we get to live that, because that's the truth.
Yes, I love that.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to, any advice that you want to give, or any closing statements that you want to leave everybody with?
Yes, I can do a little message that I feel like is coming through.
Okay.
um, Really don't be afraid to be who you truly are, even when you feel like there is so much people telling you not to be a certain way because you won't make it or you won't be successful. Really trust yourself that you know who you truly are, and
Mhm.
trust that inner guidance, and believe in yourself. Believe that you're so magical just the way you are. And
Mhm.
that's kind of my little message.
Awesome. Well, that's beautiful. That's just a special way to even just end this. And yeah, believe in yourself, find what's true for you. And if you need support, you need help with that, you're vibing with Shiba and you want some healing, or more information, then reach out to her. I'll put the links at the bottom of this. And yeah, if you can't find her, reach out to me and I'll make sure and get you connected. So on that note, thank you, Shiba, so much. And, everybody, I hope that you have been inspired, and that you are, open to finding your power, and that you find Shiba or someone to connect with, so that we all get there and make this world a better place. It's time.
Yes, let's all rise. And
Yeah.
thank you so, so much. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. So we'll see you on the next episode, and have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day.